Hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday, and here come all the alerts. So, fun story. I started stream, walked away to fill up my water, to get a shot glass, to just get we have our pre-stream shot for every D&D episode. And you wonderful people decided we needed to have a hype train. So, huge thank you all. Very, very appreciative. Julie Pie says, nice shirt there, Hamed. But thank you all so much. I obviously was not expecting that, and I'm very appreciative. So thank you all. Hope it's thank you all. There's lots of wows happening. You can't even read the alerts because all the emotes flying right now. So it's awesome. I am ill prepared for streaming. We've taken over a week off, and we're kind of just getting back to it. We took off last night so we could not be on the internet during election results coming out. And my uplifting news, happy news today is it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. That's it. The big thing for me was Amendment 2 in this state not passing, which was dictating women's health care by people that have absolutely no business dictating women's health care. And most Kentuckians, majority of Kentuckians that voted, didn't like it. So that's a huge win. Just a huge win, and that's we're gonna take what we can get right now. So our stream will hopefully get back to normal. We'll be doing Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Maybe some slightly modified streams. Our plan right now, and this might not happen because, as y'all are aware, this is an actual play D&D game. We're gonna have today's episode, then we're gonna have the season finale in 2 weeks, and then we're gonna take a break. But we're gonna toss in a behind the screen episode where we just talk about D&D. We talk about our characters. We talk about everything that's not actual role playing and that kind of stuff. So that should be a lot of fun. We did it before as a oh shit, we're missing people moment, and it worked out really well. We had a good time with it. So we definitely a Q&A from chat. Great idea, me handlebars. If you're not currently looking at the comic that Burger Bun is doing, that is the that's a good question. It's fine. It's fantastic, and it is posted on our Discord, on Burger Bun's Discord. I think Burger Bun posts on Twitter, but I'm not familiar with that anymore because I don't know, Webtoon. There you go. Is there a chat command for the comic? There is not currently a chat command for the comic, but I am taking out my handy dandy notebook and writing a note to add a chat command for the comic, and I will probably. Oh, y'all are muted. Oh, hang on. You're not muted. It's just set up wrong.
Oh.
I'm bad at streaming. Okay, now y'all aren't muted.
It's on Webtoon.
Also, Tim said hi earlier. Add web comic command. I will do that instead of working tomorrow. I'll do both. It'll take 30 seconds. Okay, everything they said. It's on Webtoon.
There's links everywhere.
Check out the comic. It is fantastic. It's the best part of anything ever. We're looking for our movie deal shortly. Thank you.
We're waiting to get the standard Hollywood rich and famous contract, a la the Muppet movie.
I will just take rich. I don't want to be famous, but being rich would be cool. I don't want anybody to know who I am.
Yeah.
I do some weird things. That'd be all over the tabloids.
The Walking Dead creator created his comic on his employer's time here in Lexington.
Which employer was that?
I think it was Lexington Lighting, Kentucky Lighting. I don't think it exists anymore, but it was on Winchester Road.
Maybe because their employees were working doing other projects during.
No, he was gone for like 10 years before they closed.
I'm trying to make a joke, Tim, but thanks.
Yeah, I'm here to correct you so the internet doesn't destroy you.
He's trying to be funny, Tim.
He's trying his hardest.
Nope.
Just let him be funny.
So
You're making him go all McBain on the joke. That's the joke.
Celestial asked why I be rich when I can be Donald? It's a good point. Tried to win that $2 billion, but
I tried to as well, and
Yeah.
it
Why
did
not
not
both?
Yeah.
right? Why not both? Yeah, so I think that's all we have for our pre-streamness. As I mentioned, we gotta get going to get to the season finale next week. So we are going to do a recap, which I believe Burger Bun is going to read for us. So you ready?
Yep. Okay, last session, a giant skeleton appeared where the sarcophagus once stood as the black lightning flash receded. Ken, misunderstanding the book's directions, offered a hand out to the skeleton, but it just swung its greatsword at them. After some initial trading of blows, they all took turns getting their hits in. Mostep even joined in with some magical blasts and a sword with green flames. The skeleton got a few good hits in, but the party rallied and took it out quickly. After rereading the book, they fully understood that they have to defeat each of the 5 primordial representatives to access Dunya's gift, so they got some duckly heals and cast some defensive buffs on each other, then set up to take out the water representative. They poured some water into the basin, and it formed into a large water elemental. The party got into a rhythm and took it out fairly quickly, and decided to keep the convoy going before their defensive spells wore off. At the hole in the floor, they took up positions again and activated the earth elemental by throwing in some dirt. Chime got a quick shot off, which got its attention, so it melded with the floor and resurfaced by her and got one good clobber in. Mostep finally got a satisfying connection and got the first hit in against it. On James's first attack, his bolt ricocheted off of the creature and ripped a banner of Dunya. Sad face. The group found their footing and started getting some hits in and taking out chunks of rock. Chime called her shot and finished the battle. They tended to their wounds and confirmed that the flasks they found were healing potions by drinking them. They then debated whether they should take a break or keep going. Chime wonders if they should investigate the egg on the other side of the room, but the different tiles made them check for traps first. They discovered a slight shimmer wall-like plane exactly where the tiles change. Karn threw a handful of dirt and gravel at it where it stopped midair, then violently returned from the direction it came from and blasted Karn in the face. Had they tried to just walk into the barrier, it would have been very bad. With the egg not an option at that moment, they moved on to the fire elemental. As they were readying themselves for the fight, Mostep wanted to stay on the other side of the room, but Chime goaded him to being closer. They lit the brazier, which grew the fire elemental that they were expecting. Karn got the first hit in, but also caught some heat damage. It immediately returned the attack, which lit Karn on fire, then sped to say hello to Chime and Mostep, which caught them on fire. James successfully pinned down the elemental with a blood curse, which gave Mostep the chance to flee to the other side of the room via an extraplanar door and pulled Chime through with him. They continued to deal some damage while it couldn't move. Instead of putting himself out, Ken ran in and caught a fire fist to the gut. It didn't stop him from connecting with his greatsword, though. Mostep called his shot, and while it did hit, it didn't finish the creature. Chime, feeling inspired by the kill she was about to steal, silently ended the thing with a well-placed shot. The fight was too close for comfort, and it showed in their injuries. They decided to take a few hours to really tend to their wounds and It's gone so good. They decided to take a few hours to really tend to their wounds properly during a short rest. Sensing that they were almost ready for the last elemental, James went over to the banner he had damaged and repaired it by transforming his dagger into a large needle, which mended it impossibly fast.
That was awesome. And this is for Celestial's joke in chat. For that fight was lit.
Ooh.
Nice. No, I approve.
Oh, our duck was almost roasted.
Roast duck.
Yeah.
Mm.
Anybody
Who
else?
said Kentucky Fried Kenku?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Also, Bethany, sorry for being so verbose when I wrote that. It was a long one. It was combat heavy. It was supposed to be shorter. It was
It's
not
good
short.
word. Good words. The best
I mean,
words.
yeah, no, it was good. Better than we hit monster.
Tolkien's pretty combat heavy, and I enjoy those books, and they're pretty long. So,
Absolutely. That was a great recap, both in prose
yes.
and in narration.
Good job, Bethany.
Agreed.
All right. So you're still in this large room behind the door that you encountered long ago. And you rested the long rests for about an hour or so, and were able to bandage up your wounds, repair the damaged banner as mentioned before. And everything seems relatively peaceful in the room, except for the shimmer of doom that you've experimented with, and this glass orb kind of supported up by like a brass fixture, and inside you can just see swirling, angry wind. And as you're resting, it begins to intently go back and forth, and for just a second, it seems like the thing might tip over, but it seems to have run out of energy, and your rest is able to continue. But during it, you see pieces of the exploded sarcophagus that was destroyed in a bolt of lightning slowly begin to reappear, as if there's likely a time limit before everything resets. So just keep that in mind as you complete your short rest. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a short rest, yeah.
Excellent.
Guys,
And I have the lack of hit dice to prove it.
Guys, am I the only one seeing bits of sarcophagus coming back?
No, I thought that was just me.
I thought it was just from getting one too many punches to the noggin, but yeah. I think the room's resetting.
Okay, we gotta kill that last thing before this happens.
All right, get in position.
Wait. Let's take at least 1 minute to figure out what is wind susceptible to.
Well, they've all been susceptible to our magic items,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming that will work.
When I have problems with wind, I sprinkle a little ginger on my food.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
It has been exactly 0 sessions since the last mention of Finn's flatulence.
No, we need to have a counter for that.
Oh my god.
We need an emoji for that.
Oh, we have the slots. Well, a Ken fart. Oh,
Oh, okay. I got it out of my system. We can move
I
on.
mean,
Well, no,
Hamed,
that's why you
Really
take the ginger, so you don't have to get it out.
Hamed, I mean this from the absolute bottom of my heart. Don't ever change. I love you and just everything you bring to this table and group.
I love you too, Donald, and everybody.
Stay golden, Hamed boy. Stay golden.
Oh, God. I can't. I've been waiting 16 hours to make a fart joke today. All right, let's go back to this.
Anyway.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
John picks up. John says, "Everyone, gain your positions. I'm throwing this rock in 30 seconds."
Quick out of character question. So we have a bunch of symbols on us. Are those from last session? Are they still in effect?
They are not.
Okay.
Do it. 'Cause I
Your
kind of
spells-
forgot what they were.
As James, I'm gonna say, all right. I can't cast any more defensive spells. I don't have the components for it.
I
So
got
if
it.
anybody has any defensive spells to cast on anybody, now's the time to do it. And I wholly recommend whoever's up there in the front lines.
Oh, yeah.
Most up, where are you gonna be?
Most up takes a second and has again a abyssal incantation and seems to be summoning something, and a shimmering silhouette of armor appears around him, like a purple shimmer, and then disappears quickly, and walks over towards Chime, gets his spell hand ready, and just it points to the ground. Is this spot taken?
It's not taken. You coming over here so I can steal your kill again?
Oh no, darling. I just need to keep you safe.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look. Times most step saved you, 1. Times you saved most step, 0.
She's gonna hold up the rock and say,
You know what? I think over here's a bit of opportunity for my skills.
"Okay, chicken."
Kenku, thank you, dear.
Oh no, fully chicken. Who's ready for me to throw this rock?
Children, settle down. We got bigger fish to fry.
I'm gonna go ahead and ignite the Sunblade since I know we're about to summon something nasty.
I'm gonna cast Bless on James, myself, and Karn.
James is blessed. We're going to have the little heart symbol for that. So on an attack roll, skill check, or saving throw, you can add an extra D4. Don't forget to roll that. I will probably not remind you because I'll forget myself.
Okay.
I'll try to remember, but... and as a reminder, all of our players start every game with inspiration. And chat, you can use your channel points to give them inspiration as well once they have run out of it or used it. But I think we're about ready, right?
Hey, who here doesn't have a magic weapon?
I just used my Hemocraft to imbue my crossbow with lightning, so I'm gonna throw that lightning up for you, Donald.
Look, I can create a magic weapon from a spell. I can turn a non-magical weapon one into a magical one. Anybody?
I think we all have one.
We're all good.
Most step just, I'm pure magic, and I think y'all know that by now.
Oh, turn the arrogance up just a little bit more.
He's riding high. Never explored a dungeon with cool adventures before.
All right.
What does Bless do again?
It roll a d4 every time you do an attack roll or a saving throw, and add that to your
Every time? Wow.
Yeah, every time.
That's
Bless
very
is
powerful. Thank you.
Level 1, and it's really powerful. So.
Hashtag blessed.
Sorry, I had
All
to get
right,
to that.
I'm gonna throw this rock at this giant orb.
Okay.
I'm doing it
Go-
right now.
Make an attack roll using your proficiency bonus. Oh, no, just your dex, because your rock's an improvised weapon.
Okay. Oh god.
Yeah, are you proficient at rock?
Are you proficient at throw?
I'm not, because I got an 11.
You're throwing a rock at a large glass orb. It's not hard to hit, but
Okay.
just in case.
Can't really dodge.
Yeah, you fling
I'm
this
not gonna
rock.
accidentally pelt Mosip in the head or anything.
He's far away now. And it flings, and at first it just seems like it thuds off, and nothing is really happening. But then it's slight and it's subtle, but a crack appears on the outside of the orb, just small. And it seems like that wind elemental notices it and begins spinning around faster and faster and faster, and the crack begins to expand. And since the crack is on your side of the orb, Chime, you can feel a breeze coming out of it, like wind coming out, going faster and faster. And suddenly, the entire orb explodes with tiny fragments of glass scattering throughout the room. And roll initiative.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, roll a dexterity saving throw.
No, this is going to kill you, so I don't need to do that. Oh, wait, I mean, it's fine. All right, so getting
It's
initiative
an
done.
air elemental.
Who would have thought? Let me get over to combat music. Number 4. All right. The air elemental is going first at 21. It sees who freed it from its prison, and you would think it would be grateful, but it's not. As it makes a line directly towards you, and suddenly, Chime, you feel yourself completely surrounded by wind as the wind is starting to spin faster and faster around you. And you will need to make a strength saving throw.
$15.
You passed. So
Well, don't look so happy about it.
That's it. Nothing else
Yeah, that's
happens. So
Suck it.
you are.
It's it speaks Orin, right?
I think it does.
So that's technically a language Chime knows. I want to like go into its mind and say "suck it" in Orin.
What does it speak? It does speak Orin. Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay.
it's my turn, right?
It's your turn now.
Okay. Yeah. I'll step out from being right in it, and then I'm gonna.
Kick it in the balls.
There's no balls, unfortunately. This round I know I'm not.
Ball.
This round I know I'm not gonna get a good attack on it because I'm right next to it. So I'm going to disengage and move. To like here.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. I'm walking away.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Karn, you're up.
All right. Well, I am going to start. Well, I am actually going to approach the air elemental, and I'm going to make a one-handed attack with my sunblade to start out.
Okay.
Does a 22 hit?
22 hits.
All right. So that's coming up as 13 plus 7 radiant damage.
Okay. What you got next?
All right. Then I'm going to make an attack with my other hand, which is holding my longsword.
Don't forget your bless. Add a d4 to it.
Let me add that d4.
Bravo.
Okay, so that's going to be a 19.
That hits.
All right. And that's going to be 7 slashing.
And your longsword is not magic, correct?
No.
Okay.
Damn it, Karn.
I'm sorry, I only have one magical sword. Jeez. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and make an extra attack with the Sunblade.
Okay.
Let me add that d4. And that's a 16.
That hits.
All right. And that's for 7 radiant damage.
All right. Whittle it down pretty well. Anything else?
Nope, that's going to be it for me.
All right. James, you're up.
All right. Do I need to move, or do I have a? Can I take a shot from where I am?
You can take a shot from where you're at.
Okay.
At least tell me to duck.
Duck. What?
Duck.
What?
Goose.
Ah.
All right. I'm gonna fire with my crossbow. I'm gonna add a D4 to that. Max I can get is a 13. Is that even worth rolling?
A 13 won't hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna fire with my hand crossbow next. Do I get to add D4 to that?
Yep.
It's all attacks.
Everything.
Yep.
All attacks.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a 13. It won't hit. And all right, I'm gonna one more time with the crossbow, and I'm gonna go ahead and use inspiration.
Okay.
22 plus, so not a crit, but definitely a hit. So 9 piercing plus, say, I'm sorry, it's sorry, I forgot what I rolled for the Crimson Right.
All good. Is your crossbow itself? Your light crossbow is not magic.
I imbued it. I spent a Maledict point to imbue it with lightning before I started.
Celestial is making it rain inspiration. It's just raining inspiration from the sky. Golden bits is just coming down as you all feel incredibly inspired by our audience.
Why do I keep seeing a vision of an octopus in the sky?
No, it's just 1d4. Okay, so 1 lightning damage, 9 piercing, and that is my turn.
And your light crossbow is non-magic, correct?
But I've imbued it with lightning.
Well, here's the thing. The lightning damage doesn't seem to hurt it that much. Okay. Cool. That's your turn.
It is my turn.
Most up is just staying back. He saw the surrounding chime by wind, and it's like, I don't. That's not for most up.
Most up's good out here.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Most up is going to just fire once again a blast of energy towards this thing and see what happens. And the shot just goes wide and doesn't even hit. And Most up looks a little embarrassed and
yeah,
shyly.
Chime's making a pointed look.
And that's all.
Now the blast circles around and rips that same banner of Dunya again.
Oh no, the banner's safe.
Shut your mouth.
Ken, you're up.
Ken's going to get into position actually away from James, who's wildly shooting across above the walls or by his shoulders.
I got 3 shots off in 6 seconds. You're welcome.
He's going to keep an eye on the sarcophagus, and depending on the range of the spell will determine where I stop my movement. I didn't check that when I moved. But I actually want to cast Branding Smite, which is a level 2 spell that the next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, the weapon gleams with astral radiance. As you strike, the attack deals an extra 2d6 damage to the target. Which
Okay.
If it's invisible, it becomes visible, but that's a moot point. And its range is self. So I guess they cast on myself then? On my weapon. So be it.
Okay. So as your weapon begins to glimmer and you're imbuing it with the energy from the divine justices, your gods of justice, you for a moment break your concentration on the blessings they have previously given everyone, and that fades. The bless spell fades away.
Crap. I forgot about that.
The blessing.
So the 3 of you are no longer blessed. The heart is taken away, but only one concentration spell at a time, and the Branding Smite is a concentration spell. So you have moved and did your bonus action. Do you want to use an action for anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Ready? You want to ready in
Get
action?
ready in action, yeah.
Okay. What action are you readying?
Sword ready in the case either the sarcophagus moves or the air elemental come towards me.
Perfect. All right. The air elemental's turn is up next. Just checking on something for fun. Okay. just a random check. It sees Karn and gets a decent idea that Karn's pretty strong and is gonna just try to hit you twice with these large hands made of pure air and slam into you.
Oh my.
Oh, dip.
Rolled 2 criticals. So that hits. You take 27 bludgeoning damage. Thank you for the hydrate.
So, is it fair to say that the wind knocked the wind out of me?
That is in fact a very fair assessment of what happened. Second slam attack coming against you gets a 12 against your armor class.
Does not hit.
Okay. Seems like you've heard it the most, so it isn't gonna run away. It's gonna kind of stay where it's at. And Chime, you're up next.
All right. I am going to shoot it. Like I always do. That's a 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Damn it. That's all I got.
Okay. Karn, back to you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that hit a little personally, and I'm gonna make another one-handed attack with the Sunblade, which is an 11.
11 does not hit. The wind dissipates in front of you as you slash down, and then reforms directly where you just slashed.
All right, I'm gonna spin around, make an attack with my longsword in the other hand,
Which is not magic.
but it does get a 24.
24 hits.
All right, that's gonna be 11 slashing damage.
All right.
Right. And I'm gonna go ahead and take inspiration.
Okay. And then you're going to refill because Celestial made it rain inspiration for everyone.
And then I'm gonna make my extra attack with the Sunblade.
All right.
So that's gonna be a 26. Not a
26, 26 hits.
And that's going to be 12 radiant damage.
Got it.
And
anything
that's
else?
Turn.
All right. James, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to take my bonus action first, since the lightning didn't really help. I'm going to go ahead and let that loose, and then imbue it with fire instead.
Okay.
And yep. So let it go. Crossbow is now fire instead of lightning, and I'm gonna attack. 16.
16 hits.
8 piercing plus 2 fire damage, and then my extra attack. I can't hit with my hand crossbow because that usually takes a bonus. So instead, I'm just going to my second attack with an 8.
An 8 does not hit. And again,
Yeah.
the wind just blows the dart off course last second.
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. Mostep observes how hard Karn was hit, and reaches for his sword for just a second. Thinks better of it, and decides to just launch another blast at it. Maybe gonna play it safe. This one connects, and seems to knock it. The wind just shifts for a second, like a great force blasted into it, and it didn't seem to appreciate that at all. And Mostep gets his swagger back with that, and gives a little wink to Chime. Ken, you're up.
Right, I have movement of 25, I think 30. I could move maybe to right about here, and then I've got nothing else I can do from this position.
Do you want to dash to go all the way up next to it, or are you intentionally staying back a bit?
If I can, I'll dash all the way up next to it and take a strike with the great sword.
You can't strike, but you can use your second action to dash and make it up next to it. So
no, wait, I have 2 strikes, so I can't swing my sword if I dash next to it.
No, because it's you get 2 swings with your sword with using your action to attack, and you're using your action to dash instead.
Okay. Well, then instead, I won't dash. I'll just come this close and ready in action with greatsword.
Okay. That works. Air Elemental's feeling pretty beat up, but also seems to be happy with doing some damage. Me Handlebar's talking crap in chat to Chime. Love it.
That was in my version of this. Is what I imagine most steps saying.
Oh, probably. But the Elemental is gonna actually move forward onto Karn, your space. Make sure I'm doing this right.
Personal space, man. Personal space.
Oh, that's not its attack. That is just it's moving. Okay. So I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Strength, you say?
Yes.
It's a 15.
Okay. So you succeed. The wind is around you, and it's you can feel it trying to pull you, but you're able to hunker down and not be pulled. But it's still going to try to attack you now with its just slamming it, and it's like picked up some rocks and stuff inside of its twirling wind and bludgeoning you with that. The first attack is a 12.
Does not hit.
Second attack is a 24.
That does hit.
12 bludgeoning damage.
Still not as bad as the last turn.
Not at all. That is its turn.
I have come out of the twister. Rabbit is good, rabbit is wise.
Chime, you're up.
I am going to move over here just to get a better angle on it. I'm going to use my first inspiration to attempt to shoot it. That is a 17.
A 17 hits.
So that's 10 sneak and 1 piercing. I don't know why it's looking like that.
Roll 20 works in mysterious ways.
Is it 2 piercing? It's 1 plus 1d8 piercing. So I guess it's a 2 piercing.
Okay, got it.
I don't know why it looks like that. That's weird. So 12 total.
Got it. Anything else?
That she's gonna make another pointed look at Mostep, and then that's all.
Okay. Karn, you're up.
All right. Well, basically I'm gonna make another attack with the Sunblade. I'm a little pissed off at this point, and being in the middle of it, I'm about to just slash the hell out of it. Does a 28 hit?
Yeah, 28 hits.
Okay, that's going to be for 9 radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to work kind of with the momentum of the swirling wind and make an attack, whirl around for a longsword attack. That's a 22.
22 hits.
All right. That's going to be for 5 slashing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go ahead and take inspiration again and make my extra attack with the Sunblade. That's going to be a 27 for 10 radiant damage.
And just like that, the wind and everything just stops. And the room itself is still for just a moment.
Except for Karn. Karn is still just spinning around going, ah!
And then the shimmering wall glows a bright blue and then fades away, revealing the altar with a golden egg sitting on top of it, as well as armor stands with 4 sets of armor, all various types. Let me get that pulled up. There is a full set of plate armor. There is a set of a very thick leather armor, almost as if it is in fact hide armor. A half set of plates that seems to be made out of some type of very different metal that you have never seen before. And then a set of otherwise very plain looking leather armor. Why is this being a butt? But also there the altar with the egg on it.
Is the egg shiny?
The egg appears to be made of gold. It is very shiny, no tarnish, a very well polished, reflective, highly intricate golden egg.
I want to go stand right next to that egg and take a good look at it.
Okay.
And I'm rushing over there too because I know this is Dunya's gift, and I
You're
feel
shoving me out of the way.
I feel connected to it.
Oh, I think it was studded leather armor that looks very special.
And Karn is going to run up to the altar as well, but not in a straight line at all, still being very distant from being inside.
Mostep slowly walks up, but stays off to the side a bit.
All right. And Ken is kind of just staring at his sword, wondering why the hell did he waste his time with the branding smite and getting in a position before he notices everybody walk towards the egg, and he just kind of ignores the egg and goes towards the plate armor and starts putting it on.
I was imagining Ken is walking slowly and kind of kicking rocks, being very sullen about the fight.
Yep. And mind you, he almost burned to death last game, so he's taking a little too easy.
I'm just gonna turn my head inward, not physically, mentally, and just like I'm reaching out to Dunya, and I'm just saying, "Thank you," and that's it. I'm not waiting for a reply. I don't need a reply. Just a thanks, and then I'm gonna pick up the egg.
Okay.
And you hear a loud voice that says,
"Infidels."
It's heavier than you expected. It's dense. And as you pick it up, while your fingers don't leave smudges or any type of markings on the egg itself, you do again see very light, very intricate carvings. They're not deep at all, and without picking it up and really looking at it, you likely never would have seen them. And they look like very similar to the same carvings you've seen on this door and the carvings you've seen back in the village, where the Teshi tribe kept you safe, and where you first learned of Chamo Ukax, the item, the relic that was there to help. But as you're investigating it more, it's not an actual solid egg. It is made up of different pieces that interlock together, which might be of importance. Mostep approaches you, and really approaches Chime, and smiles, and well, we have a deal about that, if you recall.
Yeah. You can look at it all you want. Here it is, I guess.
Well, may I fully investigate it?
You should sit on it.
Sit on it, Ralph.
Yeah.
I mind if do do you care to share the experience of studying?
Well, of course, I was going to tell you, but I need to know for my own person. I'll let you know whatever it is I find out.
No, I mean, like, do you want like both of us to study it right now together?
Oh, if you would like to help, but he reaches into a small pouch on his side and pulls out a full size scroll. I brought myself a little assistance in helping me investigate this.
Assistance? That's a piece of paper.
Indeed it is, my dear. Indeed it is.
Is that what I think it is?
Oh, what do you think it is? I'm not a mind reader.
The scroll of Google.
It's paper.
Yeah, paper.
Is that a scroll of identification?
Oh, well, do you think I would come ill-prepared?
I'm sorry, it's a what? That's a piece of paper.
Well, technically, my dear, it's Valium, but you can call it paper if it makes you feel better.
Is that font papyrus?
It's all Comic Sans.
Is my passion.
Yeah. Let's get a little more room here. Does it feel like we need? Do we need more room? Do you need more room? Do you want me to set it down? Do you want me to hold it?
I think
you need to hold it.
If someone else needs to hold it, I'll hold it.
I think best bet is we set it on the altar.
Oh.
And but if somebody really just wants to hold it,
sorry,
hold it.
I've only heard about these. I have not actually been around one. So
if we're going to test this thing, I say it would probably be best to sit on the altar.
Well, I am not going to test it.
Yeah.
I have my own theories, and I would never be one to use something like this ill prepared.
Yeah. Chime, hold your hands out.
Okay.
I'm going to set it down for a second. And then I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to take it back and put it on the altar.
Okay.
You got to hold it.
Thank you.
Most up.
He unravels the scroll, and begins to read from it. And the reading takes quite a while. So is there something else you all want to do in the meantime as he is reading the scroll, or should we just fast forward to when that's done?
I want to look at all the armor.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah,
I'm watching this egg, and I'm watching Most up.
Okay.
I want to do medicine check on Karn.
Just gonna look at his wounds and...
Yeah, and bandage him if I can.
Sure, go and roll a medicine check for me.
Okay.
Stand still, Karn.
I'm trying, but the room's still spinning.
I guess it's too late to use my advantage for inspiration.
A little bit, yeah.
All right, so with an unnatural 1, basically I realized I don't have any bandage on me.
I'm not sure what I expected to do here. Never mind.
If it makes you feel any better, I think my torso is one giant bruise, so I don't think we have enough bandages in the first place.
Oh, Board Game House! Thank you all so much for the raid! Welcome on in, everyone!
Wow.
Hi! Hello, I hope you all are doing well. Wow, welcome! So if you're new to the channel, which you all probably are, we are Kentucky Fried Dice. I'm Donald. I'm one half of our main part of the channel. The other half and the better half is in chat, and that's Jilly Pie. She's my streaming partner, my best friend, and my real life partner, my spouse, my wife, my bestie. She's amazing. So we are variety streamers. Sometimes we do board games. Sometimes we do D&D, which is what we're doing tonight. So sorry you have jumped in, probably mid-campaign. If you want to stick around, we'd love to have you. But if you get nothing else at all from what we do, we have helped found a fundraiser called Givers and Gamers, which supports Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass, which is located here in Lexington, Kentucky. If you're not familiar with what they do, quick summary. He's ridiculous. Well, I just like you a lot. Very quick summary. They support families who have children that require some serious medical care, whether it be hospitals, outpatient, whatever. They are a international charity, but we are focusing on the one here in Lexington because they are near and dear to our hearts. If you're interested in fundraising with that, please let us know, especially if you're a streamer. We would love to have you help us with that. We're on year 3 of it, and we're just it's like our passion, our excitement, the reason we get out of bed every day, and we just love it. If you don't want to help us fundraise, we totally get it. But if you want to donate, you can scan that QR code in the bottom. Jillian has put in chat our links to donate, or you can sign up. Hey, donating some games is always helpful. We're going to do an in-person event here in Kentucky in January, and that would be super cool of you if you could do that, and that's incredibly generous, and we're very thankful. One more thing about our channel. If you like D&D and love really cool comics, Burger Bun, aka Bethany, aka Chime here, who is also a streamer, please check her out, has a webcomic going that is retelling our story based on our VODs and stuff, and it's just fantastic. Oh, that's awesome work for a publisher. That is amazing. Thanks for giving Burger Bun the shout out. So that's our quick, that's what we are as a channel. We don't have any cool clips to play, but thank you all for hanging out. We are trying to finish up. We instead of doing different campaigns, we have seasons, so we can take a break so that we can prepare for Givers. Thank you, Celestial, for posting the comic. I have a note to make a alert for that, but I haven't. Yeah, that's really it. So if you never come back to our channel, or if you come back once, come back for Givers and Gamers. And that is thank you, Board Game Brief, for the follow. We greatly appreciate that. We like people and we like hanging out. So thank you all. But we are going to kind of get back to the game. I'll keep an eye on chat, of course. Yes, you're an amazing mod, Celestial. You're just fantastic. We're going to get back to our game. Does you want to give a recap of what's happened this session for our new viewers?
Sure.
Thanks.
We fought an air elemental and we won.
That was basically it.
And now we're opening up a golden egg, or we're identifying a golden egg's powers.
But is it a golden egg, or is it a puzzle? Mm-hmm.
Why not both?
Oh, so we were looking at the armor, as Mo Step was casting Identify on this egg, as you all did that. So there were 4 sets of armor, which is fortuitous, as there are 4 of you. Well, Mo Step does not get armor, unless y'all want to give him armor. So one of the sets is a full set of plate armor. The whole ordeal, very heavy, and as you approach it and look at it, it has a very light purple shimmer that if you look at a certain angle, it has like that purple kind of shimmer reflection to it, but otherwise it looks like a normal set of plate. There's another set of half plate, so not quite as elaborate, but it has, as you look at it closer, small lines of reinforcement, and it looks like there's an alloy in there of veiny looking metal, with almost like marble veins put into it, of like a light green and some blues, and it's in the especially the parts that especially for you, Karn, that you seem to get hit the most. Well, your chest and maybe your shoulders. That really seems to like it is gonna definitely assist in maybe not getting beat quite as bad.
And it comes with a cup, same design.
A lovely metal tumbler for you to drink your beverage out of.
No, okay, fine. Move on. Don't drink out of that.
there's some studded leather and oh no, Bree, no.
What's happening?
One cup is the question, and we're leaving any one cup references out for now. The hide armor, so it looks like leather armor, but just thicker and a little less malleable, like I suppose, with some fur accents on it. Looks to just be more of a standard enchanted armor, very very thick. Doesn't seem to have like a whole lot particularly going on with it special. And then finally there's studded leather armor that at first it looks just plain, almost.
You already said studded leather.
There is hide and there's studded leather, but I haven't described the studded leather yet. Correct? Or have I described the studded leather?
You described the hide armor.
Yeah. So there's hide, half plate, full plate, and then we're gonna.
My bad. It's been a day.
Nasty. It has been a day. The studded leather at first just looks very plain, almost dilapidated, like it's been through some stuff. A couple of like marks and scuffs on it, but a few of the studs are very well polished, very shiny. Maybe one of the shiniest things aside from this well polished egg you've ever seen. It glimmers. The braziers in the corners of the room, you can see the reflection clearly, and it almost feels like these studs are giving off more light than they're taking in from the braziers. Perhaps the shiniest of studded leather armor, but still a little busted.
Who would possibly want a shiny set of armor?
Who would ever want shiny things? And about that time, Mostep finishes his incantation from the scroll, and he just sits down and seems very unlike his usual jokey, flirty Mostep self. And sits and is just kind of exasperated for a second, and looks up to you all, with a kind of blank stare, as if he's just seen something or along those lines of beyond description.
I'm gonna hand him a canteen.
He
Want some water? You look a little drained there.
He almost absent-mindedly undoes the bit of the canteen and takes a couple sips and then just drops it off to the ground. Lets it spill and the water trickles against the stone floor. And looks up. I don't think I know how to fully explain the power that you have. And
that we have or the egg has?
Well, you have the egg, and you have the power. And even if you chose to give that power away, you could not. The egg itself is a tool of creation, but it's a unstable tool of creation.
Is that why you're not sitting on it?
He just like looks at you with this, not like disdain, but not like full amusement, and just like gives it like a half chuckle. I would not dare desecrate something of so much power.
How dangerous are we talking? Are we talking we jostle it the wrong way and we cause cause something to be unleashed?
No. You have to open it intentionally. And it will pot and imbue its power. But its power is limited. And it has been used before. Once it's been expended, the egg itself will return to its original plane, one of which I simply cannot comprehend.
You said it's been used once before. When was that?
I do not know. And I do not know how many times it has been used. My best guess, it has been used several times. And to be honest, my best guess is this tool itself angered the gods. I'm not saying it's the reason that our home is facing the situation it's been facing, but I can't imagine it has made anyone super happy that it exists. But, my friends, I fear I'm getting ahead of myself. I promised you all the information that I knew and that I will deliver. And I will do my best to not add too much of my own speculation. It appears that if you have been blessed by Dunya, which is a name I assume the four of you are familiar with, that this egg will imbue her champions with the power of gods. And I do not mean a weaker, lower-end god. The power you wield could allow you to stop, I dare say, damn near anyone. Perhaps even the one who has been ravaging this continent and doing everything he can to steal the power of gods and oppress our people.
I think I understand.
For everyone's sake, my friend, I hope you do fully understand. But I have a favor to ask. And one that you, of course, may say no to.
You got 3 more from me.
Oh, no. I would never have you use this as a favor for something so trivial as, well, whatever that was. Use this power and free Brownstone. Storm the keep of the 6 stars. Destroy the Marquess, the one who killed your brother, the one who killed innocents. Free Brownstone. Free our people from this oppression. You do that, and I promise you I will give you whatever you need to fight Dragonbane.
Most up. Listen closely. You have a word, we'll do. We'll keep our end of the bargain. But one does not simply enter. Whatever the hell you just said.
Good listening comprehension, Ken.
I've taken a few hits to the head. Anyway, we're gonna need a riot. Something to really distract the guard. We're gonna need something big to happen.
I don't. If what Mostep just explained is half as true as he is interpreting it, we may not need anything. We may not need that. We could just walk right in.
But
Well-
don't we need this for the World Destroyer in Utah?
There are a number of charges left. But to be honest, I cannot tell you that number for sure. I can tell you it is more than one. But until I see it used and identify it once again, I have no way of knowing how many times it may be used.
Let's say we only get one chance at this. I say we take out Dragonbane once and for all.
I can promise you there is more than one, but the number above that, I cannot know.
Marquez comes first, and then we'll see what we have to do next.
Fair enough.
I don't know if we can take Dragonbane right now, even with this tool. I think we need more than just ourselves.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Well, first, let's I feel like these sets of armor were left here for a reason. I mean,
And he's already wearing his.
especially the very duck-shaped plate armor.
It's got a little bow tie on it. It's ready to go.
Oh, is there any stats to the armor?
There is. I was just letting you all decide amongst yourselves who gets what before I put it on your character sheet.
Well, I want the shiny armor.
I'm gonna take the plate armor, full plate.
I'll take the half plate.
Okay, that leaves James with the hide. Just
I
give
guess
me
it's
one.
what it's. I guess it. Yeah, I guess.
Is
I
that
guess.
okay?
I mean, unless someone else wants the half plate.
I'm actually, honestly, I'm looking at that hide. I'm going. You had blood running through you. You're gonna fit me well.
Okay.
Oh, sorry guys. It's a little thing I have with my leather. Why do you or with my armor? Why do you think I've oiled my? Why do you think this thing that is so old and cut up is still in good condition?
Because you never take hits.
I thought you just
That
liked
is-
looking shiny.
I'm pretty sure I almost got death rolled by a giant crocodile. So no.
Mm.
And
If
also,
any of us isn't taking hits, it's probably me. So,
That earth elemental almost
so
got you,
like,
though.
sounds like it sounds like a skill issue, honestly.
Just messing with you, James.
yeah, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just adding this to your all's characters real quick.
Thank you. Already got.
Let's see.
You gave me hide armor.
Anybody else?
I didn't mean to give you hide armor. I don't think
Yeah,
I
I got the pop-up for hide armor.
Oh, everyone should see the hide
everyone
armor
got-
+1. Everyone should see
Oh.
that.
Okay.
Like, you all can now see the
There it
glamored
is.
studded leather that Chime is getting. And that should now be in Chime's inventory. You'll just have to, if you don't see it, let me know. I can do it again off stream. And then, Karn, you are getting Mizium half plate. There's some lore behind that for another game setting, but don't have to worry about it. I'm just very...
Of course, magically.
Oh yeah, so that one is perfect for Karn because it negates critical hits. And it just seems like
That's pretty awesome.
poor
Yeah.
Chime or poor Karn gets hit with crits more than anyone else.
Yeah, he's a meat
Sometimes
shield.
two at the same time.
The worst luck. And then for Ken, you are going to have plate armor of necrotic resistance. And I'm getting that added now to your character. And again, if you all don't see it, just let me know, and I will add it to your character sheet again later on.
I have 2 hide armor, so I'm just gonna remove one.
Yeah, I messed up once.
Don't worry about it. It happens.
Thanks. Oh, okay. So you said y'all headed back to Brownstone. Where do you want to head next?
Yep. Brownstone. If I'm assuming we all agreed. Coming out of that, it sounded like we did.
Yeah, let's get far away from this place and set up camp in the wilderness somewhere safe.
Okay. The wind begins to pick up as you make it outside, and again you see dark storm clouds on the horizon. And just knowing the weather that you've experienced so far, that will likely hit in the next day, and it will be a pretty rough storm. Mostep mostly walks in silence with you all, and doesn't seem his talkative normal self. Even during camp preparations, if you ask him to do anything, he'll do it. Doesn't make a big deal of it, but doesn't speak much or joke or anything.
Ken pulls up the chime as they're walking and says,
"You weren't half bad back there."
Thanks. I mean, you weren't either.
Well, I know that, but you surprised me, though.
Oh, I surprised you.
Yeah, take it as a compliment.
Well, thank you.
While we're walking, I'd like to just kind of pull up next to Mostep and just look at him and ask, are you okay?
He looks at you and shrugs. Yeah. I think I'm okay. Just the realization that there's so much power that we aren't aware of, that us mortals can somehow get. And yet, through my own choices or actions, I'm not eligible for it. It's humbling, you know?
That does lead me to another question, if you don't mind me asking. The power you displayed there, that was definitely extra planar. How did you acquire that power?
He smiles, and a genuine smile. Oh there, Colin, I didn't know you were interested in watching me. Well,
I mean, it's hard not to notice when you created a portal and zapped yourself in chime halfway across that chamber.
Oh, that's fair. That is fair. Well, I grew up a poor street urchin, like most Kenku. I joined a little thieves guild. Mostly little jobs sneaking around, breaking in, stealing something unnoticed. One time in the thieves guild, I guess I pissed somebody off. They sent me into a high-profile job. Some, adventure, noble, I don't remember the details. And I was supposed to steal some type of magic item, a map. It's funny how things that happened a long time ago, even if they're important, you don't always remember the tiny details. But I snuck in. No one was sneakier or quietier than me. And I would use some of my mimicking skills to distract the guards. And I made my way into the showroom where they had all the trophies of ill-gotten gains. And the map that I was supposed to take, I never even saw it. But I saw this hilt, and he points to his belt, and see just a sword hilt that he's pulled out a couple times. And it called to me. I don't know how, but it called to me, and I knew I had to have it. Ever since that day, I've had a few more powers. I could talk. People seem to find me charming, so I started my own little guild. But then the news came of this new continent, and well, my little hilt friend told me there was greater gain there, great adventure, great profit. So off I left. Ixusa is also just with you, but kind of just happy that you're back, but not saying a whole lot, and seems to be listening intently to Mosep's story as well.
Ixusa.
What a delight. And that's it. I never asked too much. Occasionally the hilt will ask me to do something, and I feel obliged. When something changes your life for the better, well, sometimes you do what it takes just to make it happy. And don't ask too many questions, you know?
So you had a way to identify exactly what your magic sword does, and you chose to not. For someone who deals only in information, it's kind of interesting that you chose to not do that.
Who's to say I don't know exactly what the sword does?
You said you don't ask a lot of questions.
I don't ask a lot of questions. I can talk to the sword. The sword will talk to me. I don't ask.
Okay. So it's not just a feeling of something should be done. You actually get words, language out of it.
He just nods.
Interesting.
And it's not a full sword. It's a hilt. But I feel like I've given you enough information. I'm the one who collects the information and knows what's happening.
Ken whispers to Chime. I bet he does more with that hilt than he'll admit.
I don't want to think about that.
Why you gotta be gross?
Don't make me think about that.
I'm just gonna look at Mostep and just say, well, all the same, I appreciate the honesty and the candor.
I've been telling y'all from the beginning, we're on the same side. We want the same things. But I
guess I do need to say thank you for what you did back there.
Oh dear, no thanks is necessary. I just like to pull your feathers every once in a while.
Okay.
But I do appreciate the recognition. I thank you all for letting me have a little adventure.
I'm gonna look at Chime and ask. Can we chat for a quick second? Okay. And then I'm asked Chime. Okay, Chime. I want your opinion because I feel like I've spoken out a little too much. Should we tell Mostep about Dunya and the Destroyer? I feel like he's earned some of this.
I mean,
at least who Dunya is.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
Okay. Okay. You deserve to know, Mostep. You pulled the name out. We did not feed it to you, Danya. She is the creator.
The creator of
everything. The things that created everything. She's the grandmother to the gods. She created the primordials. The primordials gave birth to the gods.
And you've had contact with this Dunya.
He has.
I have.
I indirectly have, just given the fact that Dunya's kind of the one who facilitated the whole me coming back to life thing.
Yeah, and he has.
Like, he looks at you and
he died.
You died?
Yeah, it seems like a lifetime ago, but yeah, I fell fighting some shadows. Had my... Well, I guess I should preface it with this. I also used to be an ASMR. The celestial part of me, though, is gone. The human part of me of my soul got returned to these guys by Dragonbane, and then Dunya facilitated me coming back to life.
Thinks for a second. So where does Scars fit into all this?
That we honestly don't know. It was pretty cagey on the details.
Well, I'll see what I can find out.
I don't trust Scars yet.
I trust him as far as I can throw him, and that's not very far.
No, I hate his guts, so.
He looks at Ken. Ken, how do you feel about Scars?
Yeah.
He can hold his beer.
You don't seem like a man that has a lot of indifference in his life.
Honestly, the people that I care about on this continent are standing right in front of you. And that's about it.
Well, I think you all will bring great things for everyone. But as I mentioned before, taking down the Marquess, I would humbly ask you make that your next goal. If we can free Brownstone, newcomers to our continent will not be treated as they are. Those that can find the safety of Brownstone will be welcome. The forges will not be used to arm our enemies anymore. And you'll have a safe base of operations in a land that you know. And from there, we can discuss what might come next.
Sounds good.
Agreed.
I put my hand out to shake his hand.
Well, let's head back to Brownstone and Flock and Key, have a couple of drinks, and discuss strategy.
Yes, sir.
Sounds like a good plan.
All right. You're able to sneak back into the town using the same method before, the cart, using the announcement of Royal Hay for Royal Horses. The guards don't seem to ask too many questions. Stops in front of Flock and Key. You're all able to get out. Head inside and into the main sitting room you're rather familiar with now. Yes, Chili Pie, Royal Hay for Royal Horses. Pulls out his dark brown liquor and pours it into... Are you bringing Ixusa with you into town? Or what was your thought on that?
Up to him.
I said or give him a choice.
Yeah.
if you connect with him, which I assume you would,
Yes.
he Ixusa would like to report to townfolk happenings. Head home.
Here? At home? At
Head
Utah?
home. At Utah. Return to Utah.
Okay. Yeah.
I understand, and I feel like that would be good. They need to know what's happened here.
Yeah. Let the people of Gracetown know that they don't. There's a light.
You are the light. All right, he slithers off back towards Uta.
Bye.
Hopefully you will see Ixusa again.
We'll all see each other again.
Yeah. Can I learn the phrase "royal hay for royal horses"?
Yes, you can learn the phrase "royal hay for royal horses." But you have to say it with the snooty voice.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Oh, I will.
Okay. So we will back into the Flock and Key. The storefront is a locksmith. Inside is the Thieves Guild of this area. With an elaborate, very, very ornate interior of the building. And Mostep gets his dark liquor and hands it to all of you. A toast to finding what we're looking for, even if we don't know what it is.
Cheers.
I love toast.
I didn't fill my shot glass back up.
Against Chance better judgment, she's downing the whole thing.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
James learned his lesson last time and is just sipping it.
Yeah, no, Chime's been through it. That's a 16.
You're able to keep it down, and you would likely make as close as a Kenku could to the face. It's potent, it's strong, and your stomach is gurgling a bit afterwards, but you seem to have gotten through it and are doing okay.
Okay.
And Mostep kind of looks at you, gives a little wink. So I think Ken mentioned a full-on riot from townsfolk as a distraction. And
is that a little too destructive? Do we have something a little more?
Yeah, my concern is
subtle, not subtle. A little more finesse.
Yeah, my concern too is they're going to make it. The townsfolk will make a distraction, but will also have the possibility of casualties.
I think you'll. Yes.
Stealth mission.
Under the guise of a storm, say, that might be coming on the horizon.
And Ken kind of winks at Chime.
Yeah. What?
Let's do it.
Okay.
I don't get it. What
I
storm?
There's literally
there's a storm coming.
There's a storm coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you're just talking about to cover up our noise, right? Okay.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm soup for brains.
It's been a week. It's been a week.
Let's move on.
I'm worried for any of the villagers or even your people if they were to try to start a riot with the guards. But maybe if two villagers had a very loud and public disagreement with each other,
right outside of that gate,
and let the guards break it up without attacking them, could pull a few.
Or what if we bribe the guards to have that fight instead?
Well, the problem is we don't know if we'd be able to bribe them. That's
Well, most
Most
said he
Def,
was
you know
going to
the
bribe
people
him
here.
before.
Anything like this sound like something you could adapt to?
Well, I was thinking. Wow. As I mentioned before. Oh, hey, Rolf. Thank you so much for the subscription. Thanks for hanging out with us today. You're awesome.
Hey, Rolf.
I really like Rolf. He hangs out with us in Discord chat sometimes, which everyone's welcome to do. But just
Isn't that
appreciate
the
it.
name of a Muppet?
Maybe. Is that the dog?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Plays a piano.
Talented.
Mostep is listening and nodding along with nearly everything you say. I think there's one thing to keep in mind. You're beacons of hope. But hope alone does not liberate a city. These people have been mistreated. And they are looking for vengeance, however they can get it. Regardless if we start with a riot. As soon as an attack is known, the people will rise up.
So, are you suggesting we do this out in public? Do you think we don't really want any civilian casualties, but I'll take all the help I can get.
You want to make an omelet, you got to crack a few eggs.
Mostep nods along with that. I do not want to see
birds. I am horrified that the birds are going along with that analogy.
Hey, James.
Oh, God, you're right.
Not right now. I can't think of a better analogy.
Oh, God.
If you want some toast, you gotta burn some bread.
Yeah.
Who burns toast? I mean, I'm sure lots of people do.
I don't know, just
some monster.
Anything except cracking these people's young.
I mean, they're not.
No, it's just protein.
Okay, eggs are usually unfertilized.
Yeah.
Eggs
that we eat are usually.
Your concern for civilians is touching, but the people need to be part of this for them to buy in. If you go in and assassinate this oppressor, they will rejoice, but very little will change.
Yeah,
she'll just be replaced.
Yeah.
That needs a full resistance. And even with the power of gods, the four of you cannot provide that. As I mentioned before we left town, there's a festival going on to appease those. Luckily for us, that festival involves quite a bit of drinking. I'm thinking we have a small stockpile of potions that enhance strength. If several villagers consume, be laced with strength boosting potions, they have a much better chance of taking down guards in parts of the city. What are y'all's thoughts?
Ken puts his arm around Mostep and gives him a kind of a one-handed hug. Says, "I knew I liked you."
Side hug.
Yeah, side hug. Yeah.
He puts a hand on your chest, but not like in a violating way, like a pat. And
like the only return hug you can get when you are being side hugged.
Yes. Of course, will not proceed without your approval. As we've learned, if we don't work together, we'll do nothing but harm to one another. And you all
sounds like we are going to have a public reappearance of the Duck of Justice.
I was about to say the same thing. We spread the word that the Duck of Justice will be at this festival of some sort. and kind of rile up the crowd. That'll bring the guards in. I'm not saying I have to show up there at all. Just the word, just the seed planted in the minds of the people. And you mix enough strength-laced beer, I'm pretty sure some fireworks would fly. That, mix it in with the storm, we'll probably be able to get our way in. This uprising's going to get off the ground before we know it.
Mostep, a question for you. Since you're more familiar with the comings and goings of the city than any of us, where do you think the Marquess will be during this festival?
Well, she only shows up for executions, which she has increased and greatly she seems to greatly enjoy. Otherwise, she always stays in 6 Star Keep. Which
when's the next execution? I'm ready.
As far as I know, none are scheduled. But with the town in turmoil, due to our strong, boozed up townsfolk, the keep should be relatively lightly guarded. And that is your chance to strike. Unless you disagree.
You're suggesting we just go in? I thought we were bringing her out.
No, we just need to be seen. It needs to be public as it's that it's happening, like things are going down right now, that we're there and being a part of it. So we start outside the 6 Star Keep where people can see us, and we just walk right in.
Yeah.
And they got our backs.
There's no guarantee that she's going to leave the keep. But as long as the people see us storming the keep, I think that's going to serve its purpose.
And if I may make one more suggestion, start your march to the keep at your brother's old inn.
Mostep, do you think you can spread the word that all supporters of the Duck of Justice should meet at the Howard's Duck Inn and join us in that march?
A smile and the kind of light returns to his eyes even after his downtroddenness that just days ago. They'll be there.
Good.
My friends, I do believe we have a plan.
Agreed.
Gets the bottle of the brown liquid, which is nearly at the very end, and tops off everyone's glass.
I'm gonna take a drop of water and drop it on top. Really open it up.
Get a side eye from Ken.
Chime's down in this one too.
All right. To the actual justice these villains deserve.
To justice.
Clink.
Chime, you want to give me another Constitution saving throw?
Sure. Oh, that is watered down. My ice has melted. That's a 10.
Oh. It starts to make that return. But you're just barely able to keep it down. Just and you're a little unsettled.
What is this? I mean, I know it's alcohol, but what is this?
It is finely aged dwarven whiskey. This batch that we have just finished was aged 500 years.
Wow. Tastes better than Grey Goose.
I'm not gonna ask.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not gonna ask. Not gonna ask.
What's Grey Goose?
Is Grey Goose the alcohol, or is Ken referring to a encounter with an actual goose?
The alcohol.
Thought it was a date he had before. Well, my friends, rest up. Tomorrow brings revolution.
Oh, tomorrow. Cool. Didn't know when that festival was. Tomorrow. Got it. Done. I'm ready. I'm not nervous at all. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Little detail stuff. I'm gonna ask Mostep for, whatever you can do to add some fanfare to what we're doing. I'm gonna guess you got a couple tricks up your sleeve.
He
seemed like a person who has some tricks up their sleeve.
Smiles, and I've been waiting for this for a long time.
How is the duck inn? We didn't feel like it was safe for us to go there.
I think it's something you should see yourself.
The woods. I thought it was burned down.
Again, I think you should see, and not something I should tell you. I do not want to misconstrue what has happened there.
Sorry, out of character. I thought that it was burned after we fled.
That was the end of season 1, I think. And then Ken spent that interim, like between the seasons, rebuilding.
Thank you. Yes, that's right. Can we get there safely? Do you think we can get there safely?
Probably.
I'm asking Mostep. Hey, Mostep. Mostep, do you think we can get there safely? Is it safe for us to be there right now?
I would not go inside. I think you would cause quite the stir. But if you stick to the shadows and take your time, I think you could swing by and take a look.
Would you get I'm a little worried about heading out at night, trying to be stealthy when we don't have a festival to hide our noises.
That's my specialty. Don't even worry about it.
Cool. Second point, separate. And I'm hoping that Ken is not paying attention, because I'm looking at Mostep, and will you get a better reaction from Ken if he's seeing it for the first time as we start our plan?
Quietly, that one's hard to predict. It could go either way. But he needs to see it.
Before starting our march there, he will definitely see it.
He nods, and you all know Kim better than I do, and I don't know how to react to it.
I'm gonna look at Chime and try to connect with Chime. Sorry, Chime.
Sorry, my dogs are barking.
Yep. And see if you can find out from Mostep what the state is, and you might be able to judge how you think Ken would react to it.
I mean, honestly, I was thinking of just going out myself.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I don't think I can help you.
Basic Witch, thank you so much for the raid. Hello,
Hi,
Raiders. Our second raid tonight. Wow, welcome on in. Hello. I think most of you all know us as Kentucky Fried Dice. We're playing D&D. We're finishing up this episode, and then we'll be doing our season finale. Should be next week. It'll be quite the hootenanny. Or not next week. I'm sorry, the 23rd. We do every other week. welcome in. If you don't know us, it's Kentucky Fried Dice. We're variety streamers. I'm Donald. I'm one half of the channel. The other half is the good half, the best half, the amazing half. Chili Pie there in chat modding for us tonight. We play D&D right now. Sometimes we play Coral Islands. Sometimes we play whatever it is we feel like playing, because we're adults and we can do that. And you likely know this, but we have helped co-found a fundraiser called Givers and Gamers, benefiting Ronald McDonald House Charities of the Bluegrass, Basic Witch is one of our amazing committee members and helps us find streamers and does all kinds of cool things to make that event as successful as it has been. Oh my god, I love that emote. That is amazing. That's so cool. The Extra Life emote is fantastic. Congratulations on that. We do have our Givers and Gamers emotes, which will make it available to any streamer wanting to do Givers and Gamers. But hi, welcome in. I hope you had a wonderful stream playing Dead by Daylight. I hope you got lots of kills and had a good time. We're going to finish up what we're working on right now in our game. And yeah. So sorry, I kind of forgot what we were talking about right before that raid.
Chime is going to go check out the Howard Duck Inn.
I wanted to go on my own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going to sneak out without telling anybody?
Since I'm having this discussion with James, I'm gonna let him know, but I don't think I'm especially not gonna let Ken know.
Then I'm gonna suggest, so that alcohol, you're not feeling great. You need to go take a break.
Yeah,
right?
You're right. I'm gonna go lay down.
Okay.
There's like a window in the guest bedroom, right?
I don't remember the map, but for the benefit of a good story, yes, of course there is.
Okay. I'm going in there and
yeah, magic.
It's like we can build whatever we want.
Yeah. I'm going in there. I'm going to I'm gonna make like a lump in there's like 2 beds, I think is what we said. I'm gonna make a lump in one of the beds so it kind of looks like I'm just like under the covers asleep.
Okay.
And then I'm going out the window.
Okay. Give me a stealth check. Okay. But you're a little tipsy, so disadvantage.
I would like to use one of my inspirations to cancel that out.
You normally
so
can't,
it's a straight roll. But
Celestial made it rain inspiration earlier, exactly. So we'll allow it.
Thank you. 14.
14. I'm just looking at people's character sheets real quick to see. And Roll20 is being a little slow tonight. Okay. There's one person I'm most concerned with maybe knowing something is up. And nope, all good.
Inspiration to refill Chime's inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. So you open the window and sneak out onto the ground, and the weather outside is this, like, the air is just, it's thick. The wind is blowing. The storm is coming. And as you start to venture out into the streets, a couple drops of rain fall on you. And it's slow at first, but they're thick and heavy, like the large drops of rain. And you see them even in the few torches and lights that are up in the city marking different roads. You see these like massive drops hit the cobblestone and splash about, and the sound of thump, 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 thump. Is there a certain route you want to take? If you, I haven't pulled this up for chat tonight, but we can. I never even checked it. There we go. So just the city itself is divided up into multiple districts. Let me get the players so they can see this map too. It's been a while since we've really had to talk about it. So the Flock and Key is in the Dealer's Den, which is like the southwest part of town, next to the keep itself, which is here. You've been to Galleon's Gate several times where ships come in, and most of the town is built out of pieces of ships that made the journey out here and cannot get home. The Knowledge District is where they built in the university for studying this new continent, but has kind of been turned into a exhibition area where they do the executions, like a fake festival area. So you could pass through that section of town if you so chose. And then Temple Trails, where all the churches were. Most of them have been abandoned as the gods themselves are no longer answering prayer. Clerical and divine magic is very few people can cast that. Howard's Duck Inn was up in the workers' ward of the northern part of the town.
Okay. Yeah, I think since Temple Trail is going to be mostly empty or mostly beggars, I'm assuming that's where I'm going through.
Okay. The guard presence there is minimal, if any. You don't see any of the town guards, which at this point are almost exclusively Yuan Ti, the kind of snake human combination. And there's various. Some look very human with just a few snake-like features, and some are basically half snake, half people, and some are just completely large snakes. But very few, and you're with your thieving knowledge, you're able to avoid guards without very many issues. And you begin to approach the area where Howard's Duck Inn is. And you hear quite a bit of noise coming from the inn. It seems like it's still standing, but in front of it is something that maybe you weren't fully prepared for. It's a pile of stone in front of the inn with candles sometimes intertwined with it, sometimes surrounding it, but several candles, and they're all lit and flickering with flowers, small tokens, bracelets, bangles, hair pieces made of silver, gold, a couple of gemstones, and several coins spread around it. And as you get closer to appreciate it, some of the stone actually looks like a hand, and some of it looks like a leg, and some of it looks like a beak, and it looks like at one point Howard, his stone form after the execution from the Gorgons and from the Marquess was placed here and then smashed by a hammer or some object. But and as you're even standing there watching, several people walk up and leave a small trinket.
I'll I'm gonna leave some gold.
And as you approach it, because it's right by the front door to the inn itself, you hear some voices inside, and several of them say, "They're back. They're back. It's the Duck of Justice, and all of them. They're striking tomorrow." And it sounds like an argument at first. That no, he's not back, and then chants of "Duck of Justice, Duck of Justice, justice for Howard, justice for everyone." But the noise gets loud, very loud. And how do you want to react?
Can I see anyone through the door?
It's swinging
Yeah, I
open.
see like
People
random people, whoever
can.
like started it.
Yeah.
I want to reach into that person's mind and say, we're coming back. Be ready. We're bringing justice for Howard. And then I leave.
All right. I think that is a good place to end it for today. What do y'all think?
Bravo, Donald. Well done.
Thanks. We'll be back in 2 weeks with our season 2 finale. If you want to get caught up, we do have some of the streams on YouTube. Sometimes I forget, I'll be honest. But the absolute best way to catch up with the story, at least the very beginning of it, is the webcomic done by Burger Bun. Please check that out. Check it out. It makes me so happy to see it, and it's just phenomenal.
I know it's going to be a while, but I'm super, super excited to see the pain where Chime is semi-successful at drinking her second shot, and I can't wait for that. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know it's gonna. I know it'll be. I know it'll be fun.
Right. Basically, we've had. I think close to 40 sessions of this D&D campaign. We've spent a lot of time on it, so I do want to give a huge shout out to the players who make this world feel alive and have done just such a great job. And in 2 weeks, we'll have an ending of season 2, and then we're going to come back for season 3. Season 3 will be the final season of this campaign. We're going to wrap that up, and then we're going to take another break, and we'll have a new campaign moving on with that. So thank you all so much. Hopefully you're on our Discord. You can catch up with us, and then we will do a behind the screen episode at some point and just talk about everything that's happened. If you have questions for players, you have questions for me, it's a great time to ask them and just get to hang out and have fun and do what we do. Let's see who is streaming right now.
Before we head off, also wanted to mention the recaps of the episodes are on the Discord as well. So if you want to read those and catch up that way.
Absolutely. That's a great point, Ryan. Thank you for that. I take those for granted. So I forget sometimes.
It is in the Twitch section, KFD&D official recap.
We're going to head over to our friend Bunny Bee. She is streaming Valorant, so a different vibe. Hopefully it'll be a little more uplifting than the end of this episode tonight. But it should be still a good time. So if you don't follow Bunny Bee, please do. She's cool. That's all I got. We'll be back again for KFD next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Streaming something. I don't know what yet. And then season finale, KFD&D season 2 will be November 23rd. And we hope to see you all then. So have a great night, everybody. And we'll see you next time.
I have a wonderful time.
Bye.